Welcome to the Greenlee Library. My name is Danielle Affelbaum, and I am the Scholarly Communication Librarian at the Thomas D. Greenlee Library. Welcome Nutrition 325. In today's library session, we have a lot to cover. So by the end of today's session, you'll be able to recognize and understand the production process of scholarly peer-reviewed journals. You'll be able to identify appropriate databases for nutrition-related topics. You'll be able to construct and execute searches for scholarly peer-reviewed articles in library databases. You'll be able to construct in-text and end-of-text citation in APA style. And you'll be able to access assistance from librarians. Let's get started. First, to get to the library's resources, you need to get to the library's homepage. I recommend going through your MyFSC account to do this. Go to farmingdale.edu and click MyFSC in the upper right-hand corner of the page. Enter your FSC credentials. Your username will be your email address minus the @farmingdale.edu. Your password will be the same password you use to log into your email, Blackboard, and so on. If you have any difficulty logging into your MyFSC account, try resetting your password. If you still have difficulty, please contact Help Desk at helpdesk@farmingdale.edu. Once you arrive at your account, click Library in the left-hand vertical menu. This will take you to the library homepage. So before we begin, what is a peer-reviewed journal article? This quick video will show you what makes a peer-reviewed article different from other resources.
Scholarly articles, academic articles, peer-reviewed articles. You may have heard these terms used by your professor, but what do they mean? Essentially, these are all different ways of describing the same thing, research articles that have been published in scholarly journals. But what is a research article? And how does it get published in a scholarly journal? First of all, the article reports a scholar's research practice and findings, and it's written with an audience of other researchers in mind. Finally, in order to be published and accepted by the scholarly community, the article must pass several quality tests. The most important of these tests is called peer review. We can get a better understanding of the role of peer review if we look at the academic publishing process as a whole. Let's imagine a researcher who wants to share a discovery with the academic community. To do this, he writes a draft article describing his research and findings and submits it for publication in a scholarly journal. Here's where the article has to pass its first test. The journal's editor reads over the article to decide whether it's a good fit for her journal. If it is, she sends copies of the article to a group of experts to evaluate the article's quality in a process called peer review. This is the article's second and most important test. These experts are the author's peers, since they're working in the same research area. And since they're making a judgment about the article, they're sometimes called referees. So peer-reviewed articles are sometimes called refereed articles. Each reviewer evaluates the article by asking questions to judge the quality and significance of the research. Questions like, what is this research about? Is it interesting? Is it important? Is the methodology sound? Are the conclusions logical? And are the findings original? Based on the answers to these questions, the reviewers decide whether the article is worthy of publication in the journal. They then make a recommendation to the editor, either approve the article for publication or reject it. Even if they recommend publishing the article, they usually expect the author to make revisions. The editor, however, makes the final determination whether the article should be approved, rejected, or revised. Rejection is common, though. The most prestigious journals are very selective about the articles they publish, so they tend to have high rejection rates. Some journals reject more than 90% of the submissions they receive. From the time the researcher first submits his draft article to the time it is finally published, several months or years may have elapsed. Once the journal is published, it is made available to subscribers, which are usually university libraries, because individual subscriptions are very expensive, often hundreds or thousands of dollars a year. By the way, like all established systems, the peer review system has its critics, and scholars continue to think about how the peer review process might be improved. The library has tools to help you find peer-reviewed research. If you want to know more about the peer review process or need help finding peer-reviewed articles, ask a librarian for help.
We have many resources through the Farmingdale State College Library, many of which we've compiled just for you in your discipline on our nutrition guide. To get to the guide, all you need to do is get to the library homepage, navigate to the center of the page, and click the image above the words Research Guides. This will take you to an A to Z listing of all of our guides where you will find our nutrition guide. On our nutrition guide, we've recommended several databases, books, websites, citation styles, and associations you might want to look to when researching nutrition topics. The first set of databases that we are going to look at today to locate scholarly peer-reviewed articles are EBSCO databases. The great thing about EBSCO databases is that there are several health-related databases provided through EBSCO, and I'm going to show you how to combine multiple databases into one search. First, we need to come to the nutrition guide. Once we are at the nutrition guide, we'll select Academic Search Complete. When we click Academic Search Complete, we'll arrive at the Advanced Search page. If you are off campus, you may have to log in with your Farmingdale credentials before you can get to this page. If you're on campus, you'll go seamlessly into the database. Once you are here, you want to click Choose Databases right above the search field. This will allow you to search multiple databases at one time. Once you click Choose Databases, you will see a number of databases that you can add into your search. Take a look at the list, and if you're unsure what a database covers, just click the speech bubble right next to it. It will give you a description of that particular database and what you'll find in it. I've selected all of our health-related databases just by checking the checkbox next to the database name. When I click OK, it automatically adds it into my search list. Now I can begin my keyword search. I'm going to type in my keywords into the search field. I'm going to start with nutrition and adolescence and hypertension because I'm researching the relationship between nutrition and hypertension in teenagers. I click search, and as you can see, we have several results. It's very easy to narrow your search by using your limiters on the sidebar. The first limiter you may want to check off is full text. One thing to remember is that not everything that you will see in your result list will be something that you can access. That is because the database has much more items in it than we actually subscribe to. In order to limit it to just the results that you can read in full text right now, meaning that there's a PDF or the text is available right in the body of the record, you'll click full text. The next thing you'll want to click is scholarly peer-reviewed journals. This will limit it to the academic peer-reviewed information. Under source type, you'll want to click academic journals again to limit it just to that academic scholarly peer-reviewed work. And with just a few clicks, we're able to go from over 700 results to under 300. Now, if you would like to save your search so that you don't have to do it again and again, if you're not able to look at all of your results at one time, all you need to do is click the Share button. When you click the Share button, a drop-down menu will appear, and you can use the persistent link at the very bottom of this menu to come back to your search again and again. Saving this link will allow you to review your search and go through your results at your own pace. Once you're ready to look at an article, all you need to do is click the title and it will take you to the record. The record has many things on it. First, there's an abstract. This is usually a summary of what is contained in the article. This, however, is not the article itself. It's just a summary of what's in the article. You'll also notice that there are often many linked subject terms. You can use these terms to conduct a new search, or if you see one term that is particularly useful for your particular project, if you click it, it will take you to everything in the database that is listed under that particular subject heading. On the left side of the page, you will see your full text options. In many cases, you'll find the PDF here. And on the right side of the page, you will find your toolbar. When we click the citation button, what this will do is give you a list of fully formatted end-of-text citations. You can just scroll down till you see your citation style, copy it, paste it into your works cited list, and then make sure to clean it up later using a style guide. I'll provide links to your instructor so that you're able to see one of these style guides. If you would like to save your record and come back to it at a later date, you'll need to click the permalink at the very bottom of the toolbar. What this will do is generate a stable link that will allow you to come back to this page again and again. This is important if you're bookmarking your articles in your browser. When you bookmark an article, it will usually grab the address that's in the top address bar in the browser. That won't allow you to come back to this page. So if you are saving your articles using a bookmark feature in your browser, you need to make sure to replace that with this link here. Also, if you're emailing links to the articles to yourself, this is the link that you'll need to email to yourself to come back to this page. ProQuest databases are also a great option for your research project. To get to the ProQuest databases, all you need to do is go to the nutrition guide and go all the way down to the bottom where you'll see ProQuest Research Library. Again, ProQuest contains, just like EBSCO, several health-related databases. When you arrive at the page, you will see that you're in the advanced search mode. All you need to do at this point is fill in your terms. We'll change the search up a little bit for this database. This time, I'm looking at how nutrition impacts the motor skills of preschool-age children. You'll notice that I use the term toddler or preschool. Putting or between two similar terms tells the database that you'll accept either one of these terms combined with the other terms in your search. This is a bit of an advanced search technique, so you can feel free to try one or the other terms in multiple searches. We'll click search, and we get approximately 2,000 results. We can narrow this very easily, just like we did in the EBSCO databases, using our limiter. Again, we'll click full text so that we're only seeing the text that's available to us right now. We'll click PeerReviewed to limit to that scholarly peer-reviewed material. Under source type, we'll select scholarly journals, again to limit it to only materials coming from scholarly journals. And we can even change the publication date. In this case, we'll limit it to the last 3 years. Finally, if you find that you still have too many results, you can go to the subject limiter and click More. What this will do is give you a list of all the subject terms that are associated with all the results in your list. You can click these terms to quickly narrow to articles that are about these topics. I've selected many more than you're seeing right here, but all you need to do is click the checkbox that says Include, and again, it will narrow your subsequent searches to only those articles that contain these subject terms. Once I click Apply, all my filters will be applied, and we've gone from almost 2,000 results to a little bit over 100 results. Again, very manageable. From here, all I need to do is click the title of the article that I wish to view. This will give me the full text of the article, usually in the full text PDF tab. And if I would like to come back to this later, all I need to do is click All Options. There's also a citation button in this database as well. If I click All Options, what this will do is give me a list of all the tools that I have for this particular article, which again includes a citation option, an email option, and the permalink. Again, if you're bookmarking your articles for later, this is the link you want to capture. If you're emailing links to articles to yourself or collecting them in the document, this is the link you'll need in order to come back to this article. Finally, ScienceDirect is a great database for any health-related projects. Again, we're going to come to our nutrition page. We're going to click ScienceDirect. And from here, we'll have our basic search field at the top. All you need to do is click Advanced Search, and we can begin to add in our key terms. In this case, I've switched our topic up again, and I'm looking at the role of nutrition in infants with congenital heart disease. So I've formatted my search nutrition and infants and congenital heart disease. By putting and between each of these terms, I'm telling the database that I want results which contain all of these terms together. I'll click search. And as you can see, we have many results. To ensure that you have full text access to articles in your result list, you'll want to check off subscribed journals. Then, depending on your needs, you may want to use the date limiter to limit your results. We'll limit our results to 2021, 2020, and 2019. We are also able to limit by article type. In this case, we'll want to limit by research articles. These will be original pieces of research. And with just a few clicks, we've gone from almost 15,000 results to 136. When you'd like to read an article, all you need to do is click the title, and this will take you to the page where the article is located. Unfortunately, you don't have as many tools in ScienceDirect as you do in ProQuest and EBSCO databases, so just be aware that to download the PDF, you have to go to the top of the page. You may also want to consult PubMed Central. To access PubMed Central, we'll navigate directly to PubMed Central. I'll include the link in the description below. PubMed Central is a free full-text archive of biomedical and life sciences journal literature at the United States National Institutes of Health's National Library of Medicine. It was developed and is managed by the National Library of Medicine's National Center for Biotechnology Information. Unlike the EBSCO and ProQuest databases, you don't need to place your keywords in separate fields or place and between each keyword. We can just type in all of our keywords as follows: nutrition, geriatric, hypertension. Once you click search, you'll see that the drawback of PubMed Central is a limited set of filters. However, you may want to begin by limiting to articles that are indexed in Medline. Inclusion in Medline is based upon the expert review of scholars in a variety of biomedical disciplines, so when you limit to articles indexed in Medline, you are seeing articles that have not only undergone peer review during the publication process, but have also undergone additional peer review for inclusion in Medline. However, be aware that materials other than research articles may be included in Medline indexing. When choosing sources for your PubMed Central search, always double-check to make sure they fit the requirements outlined in your assignment. Another helpful filter is the publication date limiter. To limit to the most recent publications, we'll select articles that were published within the last 5 years. When you're ready to view an article from your result list, just click the title. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see your options for downloading the article. You will also be provided with a citation generator. Click Cite and select your preferred citation for the article. Please be sure to check the citation against a style guide for accuracy and make any necessary corrections before handing in your assignment. Similar to ProQuest Research Library, PubMed will alert you to similar articles as you move down the right side of the page. Now that we've discussed finding sources, we need to discuss citing sources. Failure to cite often results in plagiarism, which is presenting another's words, ideas, or research as your own. Fortunately, the easiest way to avoid plagiarism is to properly quote, paraphrase, and cite your sources. Direct excerpts should be surrounded by quotation marks and followed by an in-text citation. Make it clear to the reader how the quote connects to your work. Putting another author's words, research, or ideas into your own words is paraphrasing. Like a quote, this requires an in-text citation. In-text citations follow the author, year format. Parenthetical citations can be used if you're not referencing the author or authors as part of a sentence. If you're referring to the author or authors as part of the sentence, you'll use the same format, except only the year will be contained within parentheses. Now, the database citation generators I've shown you are really helpful, but there's often one or two mistakes, so you will briefly go over the format for citing books and journal articles in your reference list. A journal article citation will follow this format: author's last name, comma, first initial period, the year of publication in parentheses followed by a period, the title of the article followed by a period, the title of the journal, which is italicized, followed by a comma, followed by the volume in which the article was published, which is also italicized, followed by the issue, in parentheses, followed by a comma, followed by the page numbers on which the article appeared. If you have a DOI, also known as a digital object identifier, you can include that after the page range. If not, just leave it out. A book citation will follow this format: author's last name, comma, first initial, period, the year in which the book was published, in parentheses, followed by a period, the title of the book, followed by a period, and the publisher, followed by a period. If your book has a DOI, you can include that right after the name of the publisher. If you need assistance, please know that the librarians are here to help you. Please check the library homepage for the latest information if you intend to use the facilities. Please be advised that if you visit the library, you will be required to wear a face covering for the duration of your visit. Our hours are posted on the right side of the page. Again, please check our hours before visiting, as they may change due to adjusted COVID-19 related protocols and holiday closings. You can get in touch with us virtually by emailing reference@farmingdale.edu or by using the Ask a Librarian form on our homepage. You can find this form right under our hours. Just click it and fill out the requested information. Finally, please take advantage of the resources we have assembled just for you. These can be located in the center of the page, just below our main header. I highly recommend checking out our library help videos. Here you'll not only find video tutorials to help you search our most popular databases, but you'll also find step-by-step video instructions for formatting citations in APA and MLA styles. Thank you for watching. Again, if you have any questions, a librarian is able to assist you.